My name is Douglas, and this is my resolution tracker. And I seem to be sick again, or still, or somehow worse than before, so that's fun. It concerns me actually because my assumption was that it was a flu or a bad cold or something. And the fact that I still really can't talk and today felt worse again and had a fever really sort of concerns me. And it reflects an issue that I have with the healthcare system in the United States. In that, for things like the flu or the cold, I'm not likely to go and see a doctor because my assumption is that if it's a cold or if it's a flu, it's something that is going to run its course. And if I go and pay a copay, which for me is $20 or $30 depending on the doctor, if I go and pay a copay, all the doctor's going to tell me to do is get rest and fluids, which I know anyway, so that's what I did. Or the doctor's going to give me an antibiotic, which does not work against a cold or a flu, and instead will just better arm the super bacteria that could make things worse because they're antibiotic resistant. So I try to avoid going to the doctor unless I feel like I need to. But part of the issue with that then is that there are a whole lot of concerning sicknesses that really just start with symptoms like a cold. And so it's hard then to say, okay, well, it starts with these sort of cold symptoms, so maybe I should go see a doctor just to make sure it's okay. Because if it is just a cold, I've wasted that $30 that I didn't really need to spend. And if it's not, then it could turn into something that's sort of more expensive and harder to deal with, which I should probably do at this point because it's been a week and a half or so, I guess, that I've been sort of sick and it's gotten bad again. And so, I don't know. But now that means that I need to make an appointment with a doctor, which means that it's not going to happen on the day that I make the call because that's not the way that doctors work. And so my options are to go to something called urgent care, which is basically a place where you can be seen sort of right away, but they don't have a lot of the capabilities or even often the education involved in when you go to a primary care physician. But the primary care physician then takes more time to get an appointment, especially for something that is presenting as a cold, because it could be bad, it could not be. Then again, it could just be a flu that's been lasting for a week and a half. I really don't know, and I really don't know what the right decision is. But I have to keep going. And it's really disappointing because not this upcoming weekend, but next weekend is going to be the opening for the cabaret that I'm in. And that means that I have to be able to sing by then. I can sort of sing now, it's not the worst, but it's a little bit disconcerting to try to sing and to hear that your voice isn't doing what it normally does, especially because I was chosen for it based on my non-sick voice, so shouldn't they get my non-sick voice when I come to sing for them in this performance? One would hope. This has been my resolution tracker, and I'll see you tomorrow.